Eating this gorgeous plant can cause a burning sensation in the mouth, vomiting.
Thank you for calling it gorgeous. I totally agree. It's a spirit that I've come to know very recently and not too much of, but, become aware of and introduce myself to. Uh, I have heard of some medicine people that actually use the root, which to my understanding is like could be the most toxic part, the most concentrated there. For what illness that would be so immediate to outweigh the potential side effects of harming yourself other ways, I do not know. You know, and not to brag or anything, but I've definitely taken a handful of berries and eaten them. And I've made teas with it. I've removed as much of the seeds out of the berries as I can, though. But hell, 50, 60 berries in a tea easily, No, I never had any side effects, never had anything go wrong. And I think there's a lot more nuance to these things than anything. It could depend on where the plant is located, what it's surrounded by, what all it's feeding on, how it grows, how you already carry your composition entering this relationship with these spirits, your understanding, your viewpoint, your intentions. And that's the thing, it's like, it's not something that I particularly find tasty or even enjoying, and in that way it's just coming to understand these plants so then I can understand how they work and how everything works in nature as like one big organism. And that's the thing, it's like I'm not trying to interest anybody in finding these things out for themselves. I'm just adding to the conversation, right? Like I said, it's not particularly tasty or anything. And so there's just a lot more nuance to everything than just trying to instill fear about these things to where it might dismay somebody from having it around them, because even if you can't have benefits from these things just ingesting them or direct like that, it could be the energetic field of them, it could be something that blesses your eye to where it lifts your mood. There's a lot more to these things than just what they're good for. And so to add to that type of thing, uh, to add some interesting facts that I found. Apparently, it's called poke salad. Like poke salad came from a mispronunciation of a French word that I think describes the way it has to be prepared to be in a dish. You know how they boil things and blanch them so many times that and then they're ready to be served. I think that's what it's referring to. Um, Also, I think the berries themselves contain the least amount of toxins. And from what I've seen, the tubers are actually pretty big. Like the roots are actually pretty tuberous, like pretty noteworthy size there to use. So if you were to dig them up or whatever, it's kind of surprising how big they are. And I've also heard that the sap can cause dermatitis, almost like poison ivy and such. Kind of wicked. I've never had any, like I said, I've never had any adverse effects. And like I said, I'm just becoming accustomed to this spirit. So don't, I'm a crazy idiot, you know. Don't take my word for it. That's the thing. It's like, how do you know? How do you know what it'll do? But don't trust me. I'm different, bro. I'm fucking different. Just know that.